Hello everyone! So today we will look at all the books that I got in November last year. Yeah, it's a tiny haul, so this video won't be too long because, well, as you can see, it's not a lot of books, and I also filmed videos showing you most of these editions. So in total I only got 11 books if I'm not mistaken, and that's like nothing compared to my usual months, but I knew that December would be huge, and it is, so it's good that November is a little bit smaller. But onto the actual books. So all of these beautiful sprayed edges are from books that I've shown you in other videos. I'll try to put this icon in some corner of the video up for as many as I can. There's a limit to it, and as you can see, it's a lot of books, so I don't think I can show you all of the videos featuring these ones, but if I don't forget it, I will link them below, just in case you want to find them and see these editions in more detail, because I won't do that in here. I'll just show you the individual book, maybe go over the synopsis very quickly, and that's about it. So the one on the top was The Hurricane Wars, which was the adult book in, I have no idea, probably October, by fairytale. So got that one, love the edition. I just remember that it was a fantasy book with these two different realms that are, I think, at war, and we follow one from each. So the male character was someone who's doing shadow magic, and then the female character is into light magic, I guess. That's all I remember, haven't read it yet. The next one is the young adult one from the same month from fairytale, The Forest Grimm, which is a fairy tale book, I guess, a retelling of Red Riding Hood, maybe? I don't remember anything about it, but I'm excited for it, wanted to read it, so got excited to receive it as a special edition, and I love the cover. So yeah, let's take a look at the synopsis again. So here it is. Once upon a time, villagers would whisper their desires to the Book of Fortunes, and its pages would reveal how to obtain them. All was well until someone used the book for evil. Okay. So it's about the magical book and characters trying to get it, and some kind of curse. So yeah, just the usual fairy tale stuff. Very excited about it. No idea when I'll get to it, but I'll do eventually. And in general, I really need to prioritize my special editions that I get every month, because I don't really read them that often and they are piling up very quickly. Maybe I'll have to do a dedicated reading vlog for these kind of books. I don't know, reading vlogs are a lot of work, so I don't know if I'm willing to do that, but it would be a good idea, I think. Whatever, this next one is a horror book from the quarterly Evernight horror box from Illumicrate that I get, and this one is, I think, more of a scientific book. Love that cover, it's amazing, and yeah, I haven't read it obviously, but I am excited to do that quite soon, because the next Evernight book will arrive pretty soon, I think, and I've only read Silver Nitrate so far, so I really need to keep up with these books. Here's the synopsis again for Last to Leave the Room. And the next one is The Sunlit Man by Brandon Sanderson, which is Secret Project number 4, so the last one. And yeah, I had to buy all of them, so yeah, very excited to have it. Love this edition, it's one of the most beautiful editions on my shelves. I love all of these secret projects, they are just next level. And I've only read the first 2 ones, but I really enjoyed them. Yes, I even enjoyed The Secret Frugal Wizard's Guide something. This title is just not memorable at all, but I even enjoyed that one. Not as much as Treasure of the Emerald Sea, but it was still good. So yeah, very excited about Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. And yeah, I don't know if I'll enjoy the Sunlit Man. It looks like a lot of action, superheroes, which is not my cup of tea, but I'll go into it. I'll give it a chance for sure, because it's just so beautiful. And then I have the Bone Season, which is the first book in this series by Samantha Shannon, and I got the cover from the 10th anniversary edition, but it's also the Broken Binding edition, so it has beautiful sprayed edges and just looks even cooler. So I had to have it, and again, haven't read it yet, but I'll hope I do quite soon, just because it's a beautiful edition. It's quite of an old book, but I think many people enjoyed it. Again, I have no idea what it was about again, but it's a fantasy book. That's all I need to know. And then I also got this also Broken Binding edition of The Will of the Many, which has a reverse dust jacket, and I put on the reverse dust jacket. I like it more than the one that Broken Binding did, which is this greyish background with the person in this weird pose. I mean, I like that one as well, but I do like to have text on my covers, and I don't think that one had text on it, but yeah, I don't remember. I don't know, I just like this one, because it goes with the sprayed edges much better. So yeah, heard amazing things about that one. I'm super excited for it. It sounds like something that I will really enjoy. So yeah, again, it's a start to a new series, which is why I haven't picked it up yet. I just don't want to start too many series, because I'm quite forgetful, so I need to narrow down all the series that I'm reading. And yeah, but I really want to know what it's about and if I'll enjoy it or not. I don't really remember what it was about again. I think it's a fantasy which is kind of inspired by ancient Rome, so maybe there's also some dark academia going on, maybe a magical school, but I don't remember, but it sounded amazing. And then the last book on this deck is The Gilded Crown by Marian Gordon, which is the monthly locked library book which I get, and they always put out books that I never really heard of before, so that's quite cool. But that also means that I don't remember what this one's about at all. I think it's more of a almost new adult fantasy book. Sounded like it would have a lot of romance in it. So let's see. Book 1, of course. The first time Hallovia visited death. She was 10 years old. Since she was a little girl, she's been able to raise the dead. I don't remember that at all. Every creature can be saved for a price, demanded by the one who rules the afterlife. Interesting. And then Princess Sullivan is assassinated. Ooh. And she's supposed to bring her dead granddaughter, right, back to life. Yes, I remember that. And then there's lesbian stuff, right? I think they fall in love. Could be interesting, depends on the writing. And then there's only 4 more books left that I have not shown you in any videos. And that is Shatter Me by Tara Murphy in this new edition. I think it's one that you can get just like that. It's not limited, I think. But it's very pretty, just a naked hardback, no dust jacket for that one. Let's how the spine looks. And the back has a quote and also these lovely intricate designs on it. And then the sprayed edge is more of these origami figures. And it has a ribbon And inside are these end papers. Not sure if that picks up. But yeah, that's about it. Other than that, it's just the normal text. Not signed, no bonus content, nothing else. Just a beautiful heart cover. And obviously I haven't read it. But as you can see in the background, just on the left to this book, I have the normal Shatter Me edition. So yeah, I now have 2 copies and I haven't read it yet. I could get rid of the other one with the normal eye on it, but I don't know, I think it looks kind of beautiful. There's no special stuff in it as well, so no need to keep it, but yeah. I have to read it to know if I need 2 copies of it or not. Can't decide beforehand. So I think this is a very well-known book. It's young adult fantasy, and I don't know what it's about other than that. I have no idea at all. Yeah, I've read the middle grade series by Tahara Murphy, which starts with Furthermore, and I love that one so much. I don't think I really hear anything about this middle grade series on BookTube, which is a shame because it's really good. I think it's kind of weird, but I don't know, it's a very fun middle grade series and quite unique in my opinion. So because of that, I'm hoping that I'll enjoy this series as well. And the next one is Gods and Monsters Mythological Poems, which is a collection by all kinds of authors, probably collected by Anna Sampson. And there's a foreword by Natalie Haynes, or maybe it's just written by Anna. Oh god, I don't know, because I haven't read it yet, but I was very excited about it because first off, it's a beautiful cover. Second, I would like to read more poetry because I don't enjoy it very much, but I just have to find the right poetry, I hope, for me. And then it's also about mythology, love that, and it's illustrated, love that, and illustrated by Chris Riddell, which I love even more. So, and the foreword by Natalie Haynes interests me as well, just because it's Natalie Haynes. So yeah, really excited about it. So it's a collection of different mythological poems, and it says on the back that it's from all over the world, so it's not just Greek mythology, it's all kinds of mythology, which I think is going to be really interesting. And it probably has a lot of different mythologies and topics in it that I don't even know of. So I hope I can learn something and just appreciate the writing for what it is, and look at all the illustrations. There are so many in there. They are just black and white, but you have so many in there that it doesn't matter that there's no color. So just to look at the cover again, very beautiful design. Interesting spine, nothing really on it, and the back looks like that. Normal edges, and then in the inside flap it says that it has retellings and reimaginings of Roman, Greek, Egyptian, Norse, Celtic, Aztec, Japanese, and also Inuit mythology. Interesting. And it also says that it has classic and brand new poems by Neil Gaiman, Kate Tempest, Shakespeare, Benjamin Safania, Sylvia Plath, Joseph Coelho, and many more. So we do have different authors in here, which is quite cool. And the whole thing is divided into different categories, I think thematically, no idea. So we have the first rays of the sun, beginnings, song by song, tale by tale, to sail beyond the sunset, quests and heroes, and then this goes on for quite a few pages, just the contents alone. Oh yeah, in this one we have underworlds and afterlives, also very interesting. And then just to show you the illustrations, so this is how the book starts after the introduction by Natalie Haynes. And then it starts with the first poems, and you have just a lot of big illustrations on these pages. So far every page has something on it, so that's really nice. So very excited about that one. And then I also got Mermaids Never Drown, Tales to Dive for selected stories by Zareta Cordova and Natalie C. Parker. So again, an anthology with all kinds of authors in there. You might be able to read them at the bottom of the cover. So we've got Darcy Little Badger in there, Kellen Bayron, Preeti Kiba, oh god, I have no idea, Rebecca Coffenduffer or something like it, Julie C. Dow, Maggie Takuda Hall, Adriana Herrera, June Hu, Catherine Locke, Carrie Maniscalco, Julie Murphy, Gretchen Schreiber, and Julian Winters, and I think also Zoraida and Natalie have a story in there. So this is kind of the follow-up to Vampires Never Get Old, which collects all kinds of vampire short stories, which are all new, quite contemporary, very young adult. So a very mixed bag of stories in there. In Vampires Never Get Old, I enjoyed a few of them, loved a few of them, but I also didn't like some of them. So yeah, really excited about this one. I love vampire stories, and I also very much love mermaid stories, and I just love these puns in the title. I mean, Vampires Never Get Old. Interesting choice of words. And this one is also cool with the Tales to Dive for. So this is what the cover looks like. Just a normal spine, but it has the detail of the mermaid tail on it, which is cool. And it's not focusing at all. Whatever. And then on the back we have the Vampires Never Get Old collection as well. Really excited about their next one. I mean, this could be a very long series if they wanted to. And then here are some synopses of some of these stories in here, I guess. And these are all the titles in here. So I don't have too high hopes for this one, just because I just enjoyed the other collection, gave it like 3 stars in total. And there were a lot of stories in it that I didn't really vibe with, but I hope that I'll have some fun with it nonetheless, and that I discover just 1 or 2, a handful maybe, of stories that I really like. That would be my hope for that one. And then the very last book is a very short picture book for children for sure, which is Siegfried and the Dragon in the French edition, just because I want to read more in French and I have to do that regularly, which I rarely do. But yeah, there's not a lot of text in this one, so I thought that this would be a good opportunity to read something in French again. We've got a lot of pictures to accompany the story, which also helps with understanding the French words. And yeah, it's just a very short retelling of the well-known legend surrounding Siegfried. And there's not just one legend about him, but it's very different from some of the well-known ones. Maybe to target it as a children's book, so there's, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a very family-friendly retelling, let's put it at that. And also very short. It leaves out some stuff, of course, but it was nice to read in French and also to look at these pictures, because they are quite nice. So this is how it looks up closely. And on the back right here it says that it's inspired by the Legend of the Nibelung and also the work of Richard Wagner, so that's what it says. I've read some reviews that say that it's not truthful to that because it's very different, but I enjoyed it. It's not a 5-star book, but it wasn't bad by any means. So, not a lot of text on these pages, and some of these pages don't have any text on it. Just something to look at. So that's how it looks inside. And yes, it's the only book from the whole November haul that I have read yet. And I only read it like yesterday, I think. So yeah, not the best statistics in that point, but that's my haul now. These are all the books I just showed you, and yeah, let me know if you've read any of these yet, what you think about them, and I hope I see you in my next video, which will hopefully be my December haul, which is going to be a very, very long video. I'm kind of scared about it, because I have 2 stacks of books to talk about for just 1 month, and most of these were gifts. But yeah, still, it's just way too many books. I hope I'll see you then, and until then, take care. Happy reading as always. Bye!